Welcome to the Reality Revolution. I am your host, Brian Scott. Today, I simply want to give you this powerful reminder that you are the power. Something happened to you recently that you may not be aware of. It happened to the entire planet, and it's happening more and more every day as we come to a realization of it. That is, the source of divine oneness has touched your soul. Right now, your consciousness is awakening. You have quickened, and time has accelerated. And you have an understanding, a knowing, a realization of your true power. You now stand in the center of the sacred source as an element of change. A new energy has been introduced to the world, and you are a part of this energy, for it is what you have been and what you will be all along. You have experienced a power that is incomprehensible, changing you and shifting your reality. You may feel now you have a sense of purpose, although you do not always know how it will manifest. Look around you. You are at the center of a sacred circle of creation. All around you, the nature of reality is being transformed from chaotic duality to harmonious oneness. You are the witness of what does not resonate with the eternal law of oneness. You are aware of the imbalance, the illusion that creates separation. What do you do with these realizations? It can be shocking. It can be concerning. As a witness, you perceive and are sensitive to what is out of balance more and more, because the source has touched your soul. You feel more deeply. Have you noticed? You feel the suffering, the grief, the shock, and the pain that humanity has caused. You are inspired to take action. Maybe it's the way that you speak, or the things that you do, or how you perceive situations. You realize that your actions are acts of significant change. You create your reality. Your light and love heal all that is out of balance with the law of love. How can this be, you might ask? By divine law, light beings are awakened and witnessing what must be healed. You are often not aware of your healing power, that you bring light to all that you see and witness. You raise the vibration of all that you see. It's the truth. You do. And you do so by being who you are with integrity and faith. Your life is the playing field for the power of peace. You are the power. This can be very challenging because for change to occur, situations must manifest in which you confront duality through relationships, through your finances, through your job. Surely, You realize you cannot control or change another person if you see their divinity within them, if you recognize them as you. So you might ask yourself how that change can happen. It happens when you stand strong in your conviction to honor and respect others and to confront injustice. You are the power. You are being called to set your boundaries energetically and emotionally. That is an action of peace. Peace is a loaded word. It is more than a state of lovely harmony. Peace is the power of change, of affirming a state of centeredness in the middle of chaos. This is the challenge. Can you stay in your center, or do you allow the chaos to throw you into a state of imbalance? Do you allow the fear to overwhelm your energy system? Do you enter a state of separation and conflict, participating energetically with the chaos? Or do you sustain the power of love without limits? When you master the ability to stay in your center while witnessing violations of the law of one, which is respect for all living things, then you truly create the power of peace. Each time in this new fourth density earth that you engage in the drama of any situation, you weaken your energy field and lower your vibration. You are the power. You are the power of peace. The power of peace is the ability to transmute negative energy with your light and your heart resonance. Heart resonance is the vibration that provides a harmonic frequency so that peace can manifest. When you're in your heart, you are an action of love, and you are a manifestation of the power of peace. Moment by moment, you have a choice in every situation whether to be compassionate or judgmental. When you choose compassion, you are a manifestation of peace in the collective. This vibration spreads through consciousness like liquid light, transforming discordant energy into harmonious frequencies. One act of compassion is a force of peace entering manifestation as an energy field that self-replicates and becomes a quantum vibration. Forgiveness liberates your consciousness, because when you forgive others, you free stuck energy that has blocked you and your power because of some not loving experience. When you forgive others, you open up blocked energy for love to manifest. This is the power of peace. Your precious planet is transforming from a place of fear and separation to a place of love. The heart chakra of the world has opened, bringing more light into reality. It is the light that lights the world. It is the light of love. You may see conflicts and wars in the world. There is still love in this. Do you love your mother planet enough to change your reality from suffering to the power of love and healing? Have you chosen to heal your heart, face your fears, and turn to the light for guidance? The universe supports your reality shift from conditional love to love without limits for your precious mother planet, humanity, and you. As you open to these forces, energy flows through you into the world. The energy of love is the power of peace. You are the power. Your biology, all of it, sits in a field. The body already has this field within it. You know this deep within. Do you believe that you are a divine creature of God? If you do not want to say the word God, then say of the creative source or the universe. Are you related to the divinity of the universe? Some of you will say, well, I have a soul, so that means I probably am. Indeed, you are. You've said it before. Most people on the planet believe in the afterlife. This means your innate self has a strong belief that says that after you die and your biological form perishes, something still remains. That something can be called whatever you want, and it is still you in some ways. All humans have this consciousness energy. This is the clear and constant and almost unanimous thinking of most people on the planet. Now, what does this mean to you, really? We can always go back to our teachings from earlier on the podcast. The soul loosely resides in a vehicle called the Merkaba. It's a Hebrew word roughly meaning to ride in a vehicle. The human soul rides in this Merkaba, which has been described as a field of energy. This is ancient information, known for a very long time. And this field you sit in, do you think this is a three-dimensional field? Is your soul three-dimensional? The soul is multidimensional. It's quantum. Your body sits in a field of unity. One thing affects another. Even the chemistry of your body has some multidimensional attributes. Your biology, your simple chemistry, your DNA itself has multidimensional aspects and attributes. Your basic body chemistry, which doctors push and pull with their design drugs of the day, is multidimensional. Are you using multidimensional tools to access your power, to work with the chemistry of your body? Your medicine is not multidimensional. It uses three-dimensional chemistry. The power that you are is many different dimensions, and you must interact with this power on many different levels that all exist at the same time. Think about your personal journey as you are going through these transformations that your society and yourself are experiencing. It's very important for you to allow yourself the feelings that you have. The feelings, the fears, the upsets, and anger, whatever is coming up for you is revealing your belief system to you. You are experiencing completely new situations. For some of you, they are quite severe situations in terms of lockdowns, job losses, or income losses. And it is important to allow the arising fears, upsets, and angers that are to surface, because if you push them down, they go nowhere. They are still within you. They go nowhere. They turn into disease. They turn into inappropriate reactions to loved ones. They do all kinds of things because you are using your power to push them into the unknown. But they do not go anywhere. Do not repress what you are feeling. If you're afraid for your future, have a look at what story you're telling yourself. Have a look at what you're predicting for the future. Instead of predicting dire circumstances, start looking at alternatives that you might have access to, or that you could discover or invent or participate in that will alleviate those fears. When fears come up, your mind is revealing to you. They are not coming from nowhere. They are your fears. The world does not give you fears in that sense. You allow them to reside in your mind. When you are fearful for your financial future, for example, reassess your financial arrangements so that you are not just going on old behaviors, old training. The systems, the programs and structures of your world are changing. And they're going to continue to change. Everyone has awoken to the oneness. Some push it away. Some try to escape from it. Some only choose to be one with themselves. Wringing your hands and worrying about what you're going to lose is not the best route. The best route is to logically and systematically, once you've expressed your fears, once you've had a good cry, and once you've realized that things are changing, perhaps your pension is not going to be there, or perhaps your stock market investments are looking less rosy than they did a few years ago. Look at how you can shift and change. You have to remember, the reason that humanity has done so well as a species on this planet is because it adapts. Just as the coyote is adapting. It lives in and around cities. It's that ability that has kept its population healthy and alive. Creatures that do not adapt do not do well in evolutionary times. You must begin to adapt as you access this power and awaken in this consciousness. That means reassessing what you have done. If, for example, your fears are financial, where you have put your money, where you have put your investments. Some people might choose to sell a city home they feel is not beneficial for them. They could realize quite a bit of money from selling a home that will enable them to buy a much more spacious rural home with land. This is the kind of thing that you could be looking at now. As light comes into your body, you are going through a process. The fears, the upsets, and the emotions that come up as you go through this transformation, you will understand that is what disillusionment feels like. And that is what losing your idols feel like. But you will not lose the most valuable things, which is your soul. Your soul, your spirit are powerful. Your soul and your spirit are connected to all that is, to the oneness. Your soul and your spirit are resting in the arms of God and will always be resting in the arms of God, regardless of what you experience within the realm of the illusion. You must not focus on the material world, even though the material world is all you see with your senses. You must understand that is coming from the past. What is manifesting in the world today are all the thoughts, fears, feelings, and ambitions of the past. As you evolve, losing your illusion and your idols, you will raise your frequency because you will be focusing on the spirit. And the more you do this, the more you allow the light in and you come into your power, for you are the power. This is where you must focus now. You must focus on your meditation. You must focus on your happiness. You must focus on your ingenuity to make the most of whatever situation you are in. Humans are very good when they are tuned in through meditation, through the practice of forgiveness. You are tuned into spirit. You can see the landscape far, far ahead. There is much to know, so that you can live within your journey in a way that will uplift your steppings, regardless of what external world of illusion presents to you. It is time that the illusion of the earth transforms itself to fit the ever-expanding consciousness that you hold within the fabric of your being. As you are well aware, there is a great chaos on earth and in government leaders, the hearts and minds of people and the cause and effect itself. Understand the reason for the chaos, for it is different from what you would believe or suppose. You have been devoted in expanding your consciousness and holding peace within your heart. When you have felt called to battle and hold hate within your heart, you have not. Because of your continued dedication to truth, there has been a shift in consciousness. Because of this shift, the emissaries in spirit form have been able to assist you as you continue on your daring spiritual path, which is the path of all beings. Because of the changes in consciousness, frequencies on Earth and within the Earth's grid continue to shift and balance. The grid on Earth holds the integrity of the encodings and vibrational frequencies that determine the manner in which cause and effect can hold itself closest to truth. During this upcoming year, because of the chaos and the wars that we see, there will be those who present new laws and new ways of being that will support the earth. They will dare to call people to reach out to one another in caring and love. They will dare to stand with those who used to hate and speak with them in soft, loving words, inviting them to remember the truth and fulfill a greater purpose, one of saving humanity from its demise. More and more will use the war as a catalyst. They will respond to such words. Many lands will experience a change of leadership and cessation of greed so that people are truly cared for. It is quite possible that those who have amassed great quantities of wealth will find their wealth diminished, for there will be a foundational change that will bring balance. In addition, those who have been making agreements that are against the betterment of people will find that they and the agreements will be exposed. People will begin to trust. People will awaken and shed the need for a cloak of darkness, lest they be too vulnerable to love. First one, and then another and another, will begin to feel the light of truth and peace flow on the earth. Even in those countries where there has been no freedom for a very long time. This is not a call for you to take responsibility for this. These words say to you that you and your continued manner of being is the assurance that these changes will still occur. All rests on the awakening consciousness of those who hold truth within their hearts, of knowing and becoming and being. When one single being awakens, it changes the nature of mass consciousness. Imagine what all of you have been doing. You've been reaching into the darkness of the suffering mass consciousness and breathing your breath of truth and love. You are a secret agent of unconditional love. Your very presence will raise the vibration of this planet. You are the power. What has occurred within the dark consciousness, the suffering sleep state, there has been a moment of hope, and that moment of hope has grown. When hope enters the consciousness of the masses, it is a threat to those who control the masses and want them to remain asleep, as if the masses are slaves to the building of wealth and power. Yet, as I say these words, their ways are coming to an end. The hope that builds and resides on the breath of truth and love, which all awakened beings have been radiating outward, breathes into the darkness of sleep and suffering of the masses with compassion and love. It is given a foundation within the sleep state, and it is one of freedom from oppression. Even those who have been in power and control can feel that the ground on which they stand is cracking and dissolving. They will try all the harder to control. They will start wars. Yet do not be fooled, my love. They will not succeed. Now is the time of shifting and aligning truth within this physicality, within this density. Now is the time of your fulfillment of being and purpose. When you incarnated into your journey on earth, you held within your being your dedication to truth. Your consciousness gives you an inner knowing. You know that all is one. Deep down, you know that the truth prevails. You know that untruth cannot stand in the face of truth. And you know that your reason for this lifetime is being fulfilled in this moment. You know you are the power. There will be a sigh of relief flowing on the lands, and the people will feel a manner of peace as this love and light grows within you. There will be those who will make decisions that give people a reason to dare to trust once again. People from all lands will reach forth, ignoring the boundaries drawn on earth, declaring a oneness of being, one earth, one nation, and one of all beings, where all are free to be. This is coming, my dear ones. Remember, it is a gradual process so that all can remain incarnate and earth can adjust to a new consciousness that loves her essence of being. Remember these words when you are tempted to lose hope. The chaos is temporary. The wars are temporary. And evidence of a powerful change on earth is all present. Dare to continue to be who you really are. And dare to let go of who you believe you're supposed to be. You are the power. Allow yourself to be your beautiful being, the perfection that you are. Allow yourself to emerge more fully. Your innocence of being is begging you to allow it to be the major presence in your life. Remember, innocence is different from vulnerability. Innocence is strength of being, residing in the power of truth, love, and peace. That is you. You are most beautiful. You are in the process of saving this planet from its sleeping self. You are succeeding right now, in this moment called eternity. You are the power. There are many in spirit form who are present to assist you. You know this already. I'm certain. You are so very awake. You are magnificent. You are incredible. You are wonderful. You are truth incarnate. One breath, one heart, one spirit, one. I am so proud of that we have become, of what you are. You are the power. You cannot make your life easier or different unless you choose to do so, unless you ask. So many powerful energies and entities are able to assist you in your difficulties and adjust your frequencies to be more aligned to truth and less aligned to the illusion of separation from the whole. If you ask them, they will come and dissolve distortion around your being. They will give you new encodings of opportunity and strength, fulfilling your very being. All you have to do in meditation is align with these energies, and they will release your illusions and fears. You have tried and succeeded now in changing the nature of your beliefs. You know it. Your beliefs have changed. You succeeded in discovering your inner messages. And then you integrated those inner knowings into your life when you touched the oneness. You dared to reach out to others and love. And you have become a new being. You emerged from the sleep state of your journey. No longer does your unconscious nature take conscious action. This is something to celebrate. You must celebrate, even in the face of difficulties and war, for a dance in front of the demon transforms that demon into nothing. The demons that show their faces to you are now all a part of the illusion trying to hold on to itself. This is all natural. All that has been created, even that which has been created out of nothingness and does not hold a life force, has a consciousness and wants to continue. The distortion and illusion cannot hold itself in any form whatsoever when it is faced with truth, light, in any form. This means your inner demons, those that have been held at bay by your new journey, can flow forth and be released from deep inside. You need not fear their presence any longer, now that you know you are the power. Yes, you are an awakened being. The fact that you emerged from difficulties says there are difficult memories to bring to the forefront. When you think of anything in the past that brings up fear or tightness in your body, then you know that's something that you must release, and you have the power to do that. Those who reside in fear in their daily lives can have the same relief within their spirits when you use your power. Release the fear of others by bringing your vibration of the oneness to them. Accept the gift of this inner shift, this inner change. What is this inner change? You know that things have changed. The energy that blocked you from flowing forth, lest it hurt you again as it did long ago in the past, is now released. This means that your entire spirit is freed of those experiences. You might think that you might have released this long ago, but I'm telling you, if your memory of the past brings a tightness in your body or fear in your heart, then it is time to release it once again. You no longer need it. You are awake. You are residing in the present moment, and the past is relieved. Imagine it differently and release it. The more you reside in this present moment, the more you will express and experience the fulfillment of being. Let this energy flow forth and accept the light. Vibrational acceleration is now in full effect. As you become aware that you are the power, you become aware of the effects of your unmonitored thoughts, words, and deeds. For conscious beings, the luxury of unconscious thinking and acting in this new fourth density is no longer possible. You cannot hope to achieve all that you've come here to achieve and experience, and also simultaneously allow yourself lapses into unconsciousness. The time for that has come and gone. We enter the phase of accelerated thought manifestation in an awakened consciousness. Soon, you are entering the realm of instantaneous manifestation. You see the results of unprecedented accelerated energy on the vibrational density of the planet's mass mind. You're not witnessing something new. This is merely the mass mind's deeply held suppressed emotions pushed to the surface. Physical manifestations of the resultant unconscious reactivity are the outcome. You witness those vibrating at the level of fear and hate faced with their collective, unhealed, and suppressed emotions. You have accumulated a karma of all those suppressed emotional changes accumulated through lifetimes in third density Earth. All the suppressed emotional charges emit a vibrational magnetism and form the basis of your vibrational rate of attraction. You are now being offered the opportunity for those that are consciously awakened and aware, such as you, to integrate and burn through all your karma in a single incarnation. You do this by allowing all your deeply held, suppressed emotional charges to surface for integration. This process requires the ability to deeply surrender, on command, every muscle fiber and cell of your being so that your suppressed emotional charges spontaneously rise to the surface for integration. To release an emotion means merely to allow the surface level of emotional debris accumulated from day to day to be scraped away. The consequence of the awareness of your power means that deeply held suppressed emotional charges exist as trapped heat inside the body. When you're able to surrender deeply enough, you witness your physical body expressing itself and feel the movement of trapped heat and energy as it exits your body. To assist in this process, use your power. Ask yourself, could I allow this to rise to the surface and be here with me? As you do this, deeply surrender by relaxing every muscle, every cell of your body. In as little as a couple minutes, you can make a quantum vibrational jump, elevate your core vibrational rate of attraction, and accelerate your path to ascension. You are the power. Imagine a world of absolute limitless with no fear, hate, greed, envy, or limiting beliefs of any kind. Imagine a world where you can instantly manifest your heart's desire in a physical experience. Your inspired thoughts instantaneously become things. Imagine a world of perfect, co-creative, harmonious interactions where every being is fully embraced and honored. The future of humanity is going to be so brilliant, amazing, powerful, and limitless that no words can come close to describing its intensity. It's so dramatically different from what you're used to experiencing that it remains virtually inconceivable for the majority of us. Right now, it remains purely experiential. Those of you who are fully engaged with this process will have received occasional glimpses of it when you experience moments in which you vibrate in direct accord with your higher self. This is when you access the brilliant vision of boundless, limitless creative energy that is the future of humanity. This is where you're heading. Now is the time, and this is the place to decide that you want to be a part of this and engage with this work. You still need to decide once and for all that you want to be a part of this now. Quite a few will decide to delay this experience. Not all souls are ready for instantaneous manifestation of peace. You need to make the conscious decision to be finished with the experience of fear and hate and be ready for love, bliss, and peace. Every soul will be offered ample opportunity to decide whether they are ready for this. However, many will decide by default they are not ready to move into the next dimensional realm of human experience. Your job is not to convince anyone of anything ever. Your job is to do the work and be an example. Show others what is possible by doing the work on yourself and manifesting the abundance that you are capable of. Demonstrate the steady flow of peace, resources, and joyful experiences by monitoring your vibration, keeping your center, and integrating any suppressed emotional charges that get triggered. This is your time. How long have you been waiting for this? Eons. You've been waiting eons for this, so get to work. Elevate yourself vibrationally by focusing on your thoughts purposefully. Integrate what needs to be healed and embrace the wonder of sheer limitlessness. It is all yours to have and experience. Through your collective and relentless courage, perseverance, and commitment to the ascension of Earth, you have succeeded in establishing and anchoring sufficient light stream energies for Earth to rise in her vibration. It is important to understand that although there have been incredible achievements, there is still much that needs to be completed and established before the unveiling of the new Earth. You've done well not engaging in others' realities, and you must continue to do so. Continue to use your inner vision, knowledge, and heart energy to create your new reality and inner world. In doing so, you not only create your new reality, you also fuel the creation of the new paradigm, the new Earth. You will surely observe the rise of many other realities, but it is important to remember that although you are intergalactically connected, you possess the creative ability to create your own scenarios and realities. Every projection formed has an ultimate purpose. Do not allow yourself to fall off your strong foundation into judgment by the appearance of other realities observed. Be an observer. One of your primary roles as an ascended being is to hold the fields of light and love for humanity and Earth. You will not be able to execute this effectively if you take sides or use justification to fuel the illusion of separation. As the battles rise around you, remain like a lighthouse holding the torch of light and of unconditional love. As the new ascended energies of higher densities continue to reach your Earth, it is imperative that sacred vessels and holders assimilate these energies so that they can be anchored into the Earth. To be a vessel for these higher frequencies, your body must be clear and fluid as possible. It is not enough that you identify as an ancient soul or starseed. Your vessel must be able to hold the higher frequencies through your embodiment. For this to occur, you must free your energy fields and the chakras from any stagnation or debris of the past and be diligent in not allowing current events and battles of separation to influence you. Your mission is to be a container of light. Keep your focus on this goal. It is important for you to know that you're not alone in upholding the Earth with this light and the new frequencies. Like you, there are many starseeds in disguise quietly making their contributions by the very light frequency that they are in their being. As more and more of you realize that you are the power, there will be an influx of many stepping out to be torches of illumination. Many of you will seek mentors, activators, and healers to assist you in harnessing the new earth energies so that they can propel these back into earth. You are receptors that need to be fine-tuned to effectively release the current energy streams to the ground and surface of earth. The earth fields are now open on a higher dimension. Other starseeds from higher dimensions will have a greater entry into earth's new ascension ground. No longer will these higher celestial beings need to communicate solely through channeling. They're already walking among you. You will know who they are by the energy fields and the radiance they hold in their eyes. As the new earth and the new density continues to ascend, many awakened ones are inspired to move to places where nature is more prevalent. It is vitally important for you to remember that in the highest realm of the absolute, there is truly not a you and them. As separate as the collective of unawakened one chooses to be, all are still part of the whole in an individualized expression. Do not lose your equilibrium or your stature in the supreme energy of your divine light. Do not allow yourself to believe that other souls are separate from you or from the whole. Instead of dimming your cosmic torch by engaging in unawakened energies, be the lantern that stands in the light and recognizes that there is an aspect of each unawakened soul that is also the light. Learn how to master new insights and abilities and utilize them for greater cause. You are the power. Expand your energetic fields to communicate with others. Introduce guidance and insight and work with the outer layers of the earth and the elements. You are the power. Establish a bridge whereby you can assist in harnessing these new energies. Learn to speak deeply to nature and connect and interact with the planets and stars. Draw in the new languages of energies that are now available because the higher portals from higher fields are now more readily available. Expand yourself and grow higher into your true essence. Engage in the ancient practices of connecting with the cosmos and earth through your energy work so that you can assist in anchoring the new energies. You are the power. The full spectrum experience of the new earth is at your doorstep, starseeds. Linear time is changing as you learn to shift from one reality to the next. The foundation of the new earth is now taking form and peaking. The fragments of the old paradigm are exposed and brought to the surface for dismantling and purification. The wars that we see are these paradigms coming to the surface and the whole world releasing them. Concentrate and set your energies on shining and illuminating as an example to others through your mastery of self-actualization. There will be a great need for mentors and guides and teachers to assist the many who are ready and willing to hop on the train of ascension. Remember that your energetic body is more expanded now, and every cell, molecule, and structure is experiencing this expansion. For some, this might reveal itself as growing pains, and others will simply feel taller and stronger. You will regularly need to be calibrated to optimally hold the new light streams. Take care of yourself. Deep breathing and meditation, nature walks and communication with your guides. Plenty of rest and nourishment. Your body is changing. Align yourself with trust and have reverence for the channels and teachers who have proven their true connection to the higher realms. They are assisting in navigating the collective through their directive and guidance. All you need will be provided so that you can fully dedicate yourself to being a bearer and torch holder and lighthouse for the new earth. I'm so excited for Earth and all of its inhabitants as we observe and celebrate your triumphs. Although there's still a lot to be established, there's no turning back. Just a continued procession toward the establishment of the new earth. You are held by the entire confederation of planets in service to the one infinite creator. You are the holders of the rays of the new ascension. You are the masters of the embodiment of the new world. You are the source. You are the love. You are the power. Celebrate yourself and all who contribute to the cause in the highest place of integrity and authenticity. You are the power. Don't forget it. You have the power to change everything. You can find all episodes of The Reality Revolution at therealityrevolution.com. And welcome to The Reality Revolution.